During your time as a senior executive, what abilities and characteristics were you looking for when hiring members of your senior team?
Many public relations people have a tendency to be highly tactical. And I think it's extremely important, particularly at the senior level, that people not only have a knowledge of various functional specialties and what is excellence, but that they have a strategic orientation, one, that they understand the business, two, and that they have this je ne sais quoi, curiosity and interest in the world and where it's going, because that is the great value we bring in from the outside. And finally, that they're not afraid, because as we do what we have to do inside, we have to constantly be proposing, changing, trying to affect policy, trying to deal with actions that come up, trying to be there before decisions are final, and sometimes change decisions even after they're final. So the capacity to relate to operational leaders without fear, as a peer, as a colleague, is very important. And a lot of public relations people have a sort of an inferiority complex, as if you earn your way into the business differently by doing an operational job. And I don't think so. I think we add as much value if we do what we do well as anybody else at the table, and we deserve to be heard. But you have to believe that to be heard.
Anything else you wanted to speak to that perhaps we didn't cover?
There's one thing that I think practitioners need to do when they enter the senior ranks. I was reading something Helen Thomas, the legendary White House reporter, said when she was talking about reporters living up to the ideals of their profession. And she said, they must be detached, but they must care. And I would argue one of the real vehicles for success at what we do is exactly that in reverse. We must care. If you don't care about the success of the enterprise deeply, you shouldn't be there, because much of what you do is to find the source of inspiration in the enterprise that energizes, whether it's the employees, gives shape to what the leadership talks about, or relates to the brand, or goes into marketing channels, or enhances the reputation. So you must care. To be cynical and apart, or sometimes to position yourself as the conscience of the corporation, as opposed to really caring about the outcome, I think is not right. But you must be detached. Because if you become too absorbed into the culture, you lose your capacity to give equal weight to the public expectation, to the shortfalls that your stakeholders may see in you. You lose the capacity to look the senior executive in the eye and say, I don't think so. And if you get swallowed up, if you lose that detachment, if you lose that ear to the outside hum of the world, I think you lose your value. So I think Helen Thomas got it right for reporters. You must be detached, but you must care. And I would say for public relations people, you must care, but you must be detached.